Today, let's talk about what we should put on our contract. When do we send out a service agreement? Do we send out both? Let's get into it. If you're new here, hello, I'm Sophia Dodola, founder of the Grace Academy, and I teach people like you how to start a catering company niched around charcuterie in less than 90 days. Quick disclaimer though, I am not a lawyer and I am not giving legal advice, so just in case the governor is watching, or the government, or Jeff Bezos, or Elon Musk, just what works for me, and I'm just sharing my experience, BFF to BFF, okay? Okay, so first thing, what's the most important thing to have in your contract? A, you want to discuss the liabilities, that you're not liable if somebody falls on your grazing table and they tripped on their glass of wine that they spilled. You're not liable for that. You don't need to say that type of detail. You can do a quick Google research. Number 2 is deposit. You want a clear segment of your contract to discuss the deposit. How much money do they owe you and when are they gonna pay it? Because that's important. You gotta get paid. Number 3, a disclaimer on whether or they're sick or if they change the amount of people for the wedding. A disclaimer that is clearly stating that if COVID happens again, they are not getting their deposit back. Or maybe if a rainstorm comes in the day of their event, they're not getting their deposit back. You're already shopping for a lot of the things 5 days before the event, so you're not going to give that deposit back, is what I'm saying, okay? Service agreement comes in place usually for an influencer or a business. If you're on the phone with a client and they're saying, we have someone coming that has a nut allergy, can you just omit all nut products? You're gonna put that in the service agreement. If the client, like, hey, you wanted an outdoor table, I said it's gonna only last an hour and a half, it's June in Texas, you told them that on the phone, you're writing that in the service agreement. Things would be like, for an influencer, we agreed that you will post my photo first before all your other photos on your carousel post. And this reel that you're posting at my grazing table will be up for 90 days minimum. And lastly, I do not send a contract for a client to sign if it is for a charcuterie board. So anything under 40 people, or if it's a board, they do not get a contract. However, I will send a service agreement for most influencers, businesses, and some clients that have a lot of details that they want. So if I'm on the phone with a client and they want a cheese board and they've got a lot of nitty-gritty details, or we agreed that we're gonna add their smoked salmon from their house onto the board, I will have a service agreement in place that they're reviewing and they're signing, because you just don't want anything to get slipped between the cracks. Bonus tip for you guys is keep a lot of your communication via email, and then anything you have on the phone, write that down and have that in the service agreement. Try not to do it on text, because you want them to be able to see it back and forth on the email. It's just quicker. If you guys are interested on how you can start your very own charcuterie catering company and make $2,000 in less than 2 weeks, check out my free masterclass below. It's going to cover all the details, from how much money you can make, how do you get started, how do you find clients, and much more. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at sophia.dodola.